please subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Hi everyone, this is the most interesting part from the 5 posts of making her. I am going to make her party dress and accessories in this and the next post. This post will be the 4th of 5 posts. See the related articles or playlist to find our other related posts and videos. Please feel free to follow the design or do your own, or use any material which you already have to handcraft on it. Here are the tools and materials that I will use in this tutorial. For more details, please get the link below and visit 3howto.com. For making the princess style dress, there are 3 layers as shown below. Let me show you how am I handcrafting it in 4 steps. Take your paper doll to draw her figure on a piece of paper. At the same time, design the outline and the patches on it. In my case, I would like to make the top and 4 patches of the side skirt on the first layer. Don't draw the rectangular strips on this layer. After that, trim the first layer out from the paper. Take your paper towel and put it on her. Check the patch has covered her well and matches your design. At this moment, you will need to copy the first layer patch on a piece of paper to prepare for step 2, making the next layer. Blend the pink color or any color that matches your design. Then paint the color on the paper patch. You don't have to be too detailed. Just paint on the color. Alright, I am then cutting the patches out from the first layer. These patches will be wrapped by this in the next step. Keep cutting the rest of the patches from the first layer. In my case, I have 5 small patches at this stage. Get a piece of lace, which is bigger than the top patch, and make the floral edge face her waist. After that, trim the lace shape to match her chest curve well, and put the glue on the patch. Turn to the back side to fold the edge of the lace. Then stick the lace on the patch. Once it has been glued, use a peg to make it stable. Take your time. You will need to wait for 1 or 2 sides to dry out first. Then you are able to continue on to the next process. Otherwise, it won't look good. Continually process it in this way until the entire patch has been wrapped well with the lace. Alright, I'm going to handcraft the right upper side skirt patch. Take a piece of lace and make the floral edge face center of her skirt. Then trim the lace shape about half cm bigger than the patch. After that, turn to the back side and glue it. Brush some glue on the lace and fold the edge of the lace to the patch. When the patch has been wrapped, use the peg to stabilize it. Process one side at one time and wait for it to dry out. Then process the other side. About the rest of the other 3 side skirt patches, I will process each in the same way and finish all 4 patch bits at this stage. Alright, I'm going to process the chest part. Firstly, paint the 2 curtain bows pink and wait for it to dry out. Use your tweezers to gently place it into the top patch from her waist side. Make sure the curtain balls have stay in the right position in her top clothing. Put some glue at her upper edge center. Then place a rose on it. After that, take a peg to stabilize it with the top and wait for it to dry out. Process in the same way to glue left and right rows on her top clothing too. Take your paper towel to draw the width of her right arm on a piece of paper. At the same time, draw rectangular strips on both sides. Process the same way for her left side too. Draw a narrow strip between her arm width. It's designed for sticking a narrow edge lace on it. After that, trim these patches out and erase the drawing lines which are between her arm width. Then get the top clothing to check the position. Then take the piece which you have just made to stick on it. At the same time, get some lace to stick on it too. However, when you glue the lace with it, make both ends fold back a little bit to stick on the patch. After that, use the pegs to stabilize them together. For the left side, I will process it in the same way. This is what I have done so far in this step. Take the outline drawing which you copied and prepared from step 1. Continue to draw some rectangular strips on both sides. Also, mark the short skirt position from the paper towel. It's because I'm going to draw a skirt with a short front and long back style on the patch in the second layer. After that, just trim it out and paint the pink color on it. Put some thread on a needle. Also make a knot on the end. Then stitch the 9 cm deep floral edge lace with a fold of half cm at the beginning. Go through the whole lace, folding and stitching through as you go. When you are stitching, you don't have to make the gap too close. Then shorten the whole stitching length to 1.5 cm long. In the end, fold that half cm at the end. After that, stitch back all lengths to make it stay well. Finally, make a knot to finish it. Take 2 pieces of upper side skirt bits to mark a curve around her waist on the second layer. Also, make a mark at the intersection of these 2 bits. The gap between 2 markers will be placed in the first of the scalloped edge lace. After that, get the lace and let the curve face down of the skirt, and let the intersection be around her waist. Then trim the lace both sides shorter than the second layer a little bit. After that, glue it on the second layer. Then I'm going to stick the second and the third arcs of the scalloped edge lace on front of her skirt in the same way. However, I will make these lengths of lace a little bit longer to make some wrinkles under each one. Alright, take the lace pattern which you have stitched from the step before to glue it under the third arc. Also brush the glue on both sides of the second layer and stick both sides of the lace pattern on it. At this moment, I'm going to glue the top and upper side skirt bits. Also, glue the top clothing on the correct position. Then brush the glue on the upper right side skirt bit and try to place it under the top clothing. Process the same way for the upper left side skirt bit too. This is what I have done so far in this step. Take the second layer that you have done from the last step to draw the area which is empty. Draw the outline of the bottom skirt area and mark the height of the empty area, and draw its height about 1 cm taller than it. After that, paint pink color on the paper patch and trim it out. Once the third layer is drawn, I'm able to glue the lower side skirt bits on the second layer and finish it. Put the second and the third layers together to check their outline. In my case, the third layer looks a little bit bigger on the right bottom and the left side. Therefore, mark the excess parts and trim them out. Finally, the last step is to glue the right sides of second and the third layers together. That's all you need to do. How your paper doll can wear these 3 dress layers? There are 3 steps below to close her. 1. Tilt her closest 45 degrees toward the left to allow her right hand to go over the closest. 2. Lay the third layer slide into her from the back side. 3. Put all rectangular strips on her. Here we go. She has her elegant princess-style dress. I am here to offer you some idea to design 3 layers of the paper doll party dress. Please feel free to use your creativity to make her dress look awesome. Thank you so much for checking out this course. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I will share more interesting DIY courses with you. Please subscribe if you like this content. See you soon next time.